Hey guys, what is going on? Sir Squire here, and welcome back to a new video. And today we're going to be showcasing a new team. It is a hyper offensive team built by my boy Grim Reminder 09. Definitely check him out in the description below. And I'm going to show you this team. It's a really cool team. It's definitely an early meta team. I wouldn't call it balanced because there's no walls, right? There's no actual it's very hard hitting. It's very, you win battles in 5 turns with this team or you lose immediately. There's no middle ground with this. So I wouldn't recommend it for serious laddering, but if you're curious of using some of these Pokemon but don't really have a team, I would definitely try it out in a couple of matches just to mess around with it, try some different strategies out, because it is really cool. It does get you a couple of quick wins if you're not prepared for some of these easy threats. Some of these Pokemon you just can't prepare for properly if you're you have to specifically prepare for these guys. You can't just go into a battle and deal with it. So let's talk about it. So we're gonna talk first about Ribombee, who I used a lot as a lead. It's a focus sash, so it really is kind of built as the lead. Very fast. Will outspeed basically most things with the base 124 speed here. You basically come in and you set up Sticky Web. You could stun Spore literally anything. Quiver Dance, Moonblast. There's a lot of stuff, especially early on in this meta, that don't want to deal with this very well, especially if you could set up a Quiver Dance and get it down to Sash. If you could set up your Sticky Webs and set up a Quiver Dance before you hit your Sash, huge stuff right there. So definitely keep this Ribombee on your radar, especially if you're looking for a good special attacker on your team that's really quick. Ribombee, don't sleep on it, my dude. Ribombee's really good. But let's move on. You're gonna see a lot of crazy stuff in this team, right? So speaking of setup and things that people are unprepared for, don't sleep on my boy Poltegeist here. Oh my lord, Poltegeist crazy with that Shell Smash. I'll tell you from my experience with using this team, you can replace stored power with something. It's useful, I'm sure it has its uses, but I never found myself using stored power for anything. But Shell Smash, Shadow Ball, and Strength Sap are just a crazy combination of things. It might be worth, I don't know what kind of fighting moves. Let's check right now, actually. I don't know what kind of fighting moves Poltegeist gets. But just going down the line, Will-O-Wisp is a really good option for him. Or even if you just want to run a Sucker Punch, or even a trick to get your item back, or Giga Drain. There's a couple of different options here that you could run besides stored power, even though stored power is really useful because you're increasing all your stats and stuff like that. But you might need, the only thing you're gonna have with this Pokemon is you're not gonna be able to hit an Obstagoon, right? But why would you stay in on an Obstagoon? Great question. But especially when you have a Ribombee, you could just basically free switch into Ribombee, hopefully, as long as it doesn't go for return or whatever. But you get what I'm saying. So it's definitely a Pokemon that you have to identify your win conditions. You have to get rid of certain Pokemon on your opponent's team before you can bring this in. But once you bring it in and Shell Smash up, there's nothing anyone can really do. It just kind of plows through teams, especially with Dynamax. You could just Dynamax and just roll through everyone. It's crazy stuff. Poltegeist is a really useful mon. If you haven't had a chance to use it yet, definitely drop this team into Showdown and use it. If I didn't say this already, the link to this team is in the description, so you can just grab this team and go with it. Definitely grab this team and go with it. It's a really fun team to use. Like I said, very quick team. You're gonna have a lot of quick battles, either quick wins or quick losses with this team, because there's no walls. But it's so much fun. It's one of the most fun teams I've used so far in this gen. All right, so moving on. Bisharp again, crazy strong Pokemon. Sword Stance, Low Kick, Iron Head, Sucker Punch. Again, you see the trend here. These are all serious threats. Defiant means any intimidator. You can switch in on this. If you think an intimidate Pokemon's coming in, switch in on this. Get the plus attack boost. Just do it. It's going to be crazy. Crazy stuff. It's so good. And, like, I don't even think I need to explain. Bisharp's been a threat for, like, almost 10 years now. Maybe 10 years now. Bisharp's been a threat in competitive Pokemon. So I don't think I need to explain how crazy Bisharp is. But, you know, I found it very useful. I found it actually a very useful mon to have here. So, it's there. It's good. It's there. Try it out. Let me know. If you don't think that it fits the team, and I mean, like, the team's not going to synergize, like, perfectly, because, again, there's no walls, so you can't really pivot between Pokemon. You just kind of have to pick. You kind of have to... This is a team that's great for, like, analyzing your opponent's weaknesses and going, oh, hey, well, I have 6 threats. Which one of my 6 threats can just destroy the entire team? And then just picking that threat and destroying the entire team. Like, that's basically what this team does. And it does it effectively. Like, I've had some good battles with this team, and I will continue to do so. So, next up, speaking of threats that can take down entire teams, we have Galarian Darmanitan. I've been so excited to use this Pokemon that I can't even begin to tell you how excited I was when Grim presented me with this team. It's Choice Banded. Oh my lord, it's Choice Banded. Now, you might be thinking, why wouldn't you Scarf it with Gorilla Tactics that boosts its attack anyway, like it has a Choice Band? But, what I found is if you lead with Ribombee and set up the Sticky Webs and everything already has -1 speed, it's basically like having a Choice Scarf Darmanitan and a Choice Banded Darmanitan and Gorilla Tactics. It's so good, especially if you set up the Sticky Web, that you just don't miss the Scarf. It just goes right through. And oh my god, with speed drops on the other team, this thing is broken booty busted. It kills everything. There is nothing that can survive a hit from this thing. It's a monster. It is a monster. It is coming to your house. It's going to open your door to your house and go, hi, this is my house now, and kick you out and lock the door. That's how crazy this mon is. It is insane. Stupid booty broken busted. Insane. I can't say it enough. So if you haven't used Galarian Darmanitan, use it before it's banned, because it will get banned at some point. It's broken. Broken is all heck. Broken. So next, Toxicity. This is a really weird Toxicity. I don't want to say that I had too much success with it, because to be honest with you, I kind of didn't. But it might have just been my playstyle with Toxicity. It is, as you can see, a physical Toxicity. Shift Gear, Thunder Punch, Gunk Shot, Drain Punch for the recovery, Shock Berry for low health recovery, Punk Rock, kind of not very useful. But, as a matter of fact, I kind of don't know why it wasn't amped. Shouldn't it be amped? I don't know. I don't know enough about Toxicity to really be talking about this. But, yeah, I enjoy Toxicity as a Pokemon. It's definitely one of my favorites to come out of this gen. It makes my little punk heart happy. But this might be the mon I would swap for like a tank or something. I don't know if it's 100% needed. Maybe like a pivot Pokemon, like a U-turner would be good here. But again, like if you've never used a physical Toxicity, download this team and use it. Why not? Why not? Free on Pokemon Showdown. Just add it in. Just do your thing. And enjoy it. Enjoy this team. I'm enjoying this team. So enjoy the team. Next up, we have Excadrill. Mold Breaker Focus Sash. This is more along the lines of the Excadrill that I wanted to run on the Rain team. Very, very useful. I did actually find this Excadrill very useful. Between Stealth Rock and Rock Tomb, between those two moves by itself, make this Excadrill very valuable to this team. Because if there's one thing that this team has, is very strong Pokemon, but not that much speed. Like, Excadrill is very quick. Right? Ribombee, very quick. Right? Poltergeist, when it sets up, it's very quick. But besides that, you have Bisharp, Darmanitan, and Toxtricity, who are not very quick. So being able to control speed on the other side of the field is very useful. And Excadrill does this very well. Same with Ribombee. I didn't use this Excadrill as much of a lead. I kind of led with Ribombee every time. It is useful for mid-fight rocks and just getting quick kills, because like people drastically underestimate how crazy Excadrill is. And I think that's because in previous gens we had really strong Earthquakers like Garchomp and Landorus running around, and Excadrill didn't get that much limelight in terms of being like the premier ground type in the meta. But now it is the premier ground type in the meta, and people are, I don't want to say underestimating it, but I will say underutilizing it. I think that Excadrill could be used in a similar way that Lando was used, but it's a little more balanced, because at least Excadrill has a couple more weaknesses that you can kind of expose on it. But it will be used in the same way. Like you can run like a bulky rock set, or you could run a really quick sweeper set or a life orb set. Like same stuff you would run with Landorus, except without the intimidate and the flying is here. So I think that's useful, especially with a lot more fairy types running around. It's good. I will also say I found very few fire types. Very few. I think I've seen the bunny running around OU. Oh, what's Cinderace? I should know Cinderace, right? Yeah, God. But I've seen Cinderace running around OU a lot. I haven't seen as many Centistorches as I thought. I've seen them more in like other people's like Wi-Fi battles that I've been like watching. I've seen a lot of people use like Centistorch for that with boots. But I think I might utilize that a little bit when I start building my own teams. But in terms of now, I haven't really seen too many fire types, which again kind of leads to the idea of running an extra steel type, or having a little bit more liberties in your team building. If you know that there's not too many Pokemon that are strong in a certain typing, at least in your tier, you can kind of take some liberties and unbalance your team towards more power, but knowing that like that certain type isn't that strong in the gen. So that's kind of what we were leaning towards here. And like I said, it's definitely a more unbalanced team for very quick wins or quick losses. I wouldn't necessarily say it's great for laddering, but it is great for breaking up the rut and learning some new tactics that you might not know. You know? But yeah, that's a team. I'm going to showcase a couple of battles throughout the next week or so, so enjoy those. And I'll see you guys. Hope you guys have happy holidays, happy new year, all that fun stuff, and I'll see you next time.
This message is transmitted at the request of
Sir Squire.